my name is Amy Carter, and this is my partner, Heather Davis. We are attorneys at Carter Law Group, where we represent women who have been sexually assaulted.
We're here today to talk about Greg Abbott trying to sue the federal government in order to criminally prosecute people who obtain abortions outside of the state of Texas.
And so really he's going after Texas residents in a way that you may have seen in that video that's part of the presidential campaign, where a father is taking his daughter outside of the state to obtain an abortion in a state where it's legal, but it's not legal in Texas. Here's the video.
Health clinic in one of those abortion states.
We have the right to travel.
Not anymore. Step out of the car.
Please, officer.
Both of you out now. You, sir, are under arrest for crossing state lines to obtain an abortion for a minor under your care. And you, young lady, well, you're under arrest for evading motherhood.
So what we need to understand is the lawsuit that Greg Abbott has brought against the federal government is the first step in that video becoming reality for Texas citizens. What he's doing is suing so that he can get medical records for out-of-state abortions by Texas citizens so that he can prosecute those citizens in the state of Texas when they return for actions that they took outside of the state.
So think about it this way. Marijuana is legal in the state of Colorado, right? If you as a Texas resident go to Colorado, go to a dispensary, purchase some marijuana, consume that marijuana while you're in the state of Colorado, all of those things are perfectly legal. If you then come back to the state of Texas, where Greg Abbott has sued to obtain the records from that dispensary in Colorado and got the records and saw that you, his Texas resident, purchased marijuana while you were in Colorado, he could then criminally prosecute you for that in Texas because marijuana is not legal inside of the state of Texas, right? That is the natural progression of events that would flow from what Greg Abbott is trying to do here.
And this is important for us as women and for our clients, especially those who have been sexually assaulted, because this is chipping away at the rights of women. So it starts with abortion and the ability to prosecute abortion criminally. It then leads to like the IVF fight in Alabama, where they're taking away the rights for families to get in vitro fertilization. And then the next thing that's almost certainly on the plate is contraception. And we go back to the time when women have to ask their husbands for permission to get birth control. And that's incredibly important because studies show that women's lives change dramatically when they get to choose when they're going to start a family. They get to decide when they're going to get married. They get to decide when they're going to have children, and it allows them
when they're done having children.
And it really changes their decision-making for careers, for how their family looks, and just how they live their lives every day.
That might sound like catastrophizing. It's not. All of these rights that we're talking about are founded in your constitutional right to privacy. Okay, so Roe versus Wade, for instance, was founded on your constitutional right to privacy. And the Supreme Court determined that you have a right to do what you need to do with your body, right? The right to contraceptives is the same thing. You have a right to make your own medical decisions, and that is founded on your constitutional right to privacy. Interracial marriage, laws about gay marriage, laws about what types of physical intercourse you can have. All of those cases were decided on your constitutional right to privacy.
And that's why Roe v. Wade being overturned is such a big deal, because all of those rights that were based upon a series of Supreme Court decisions based on privacy are now up for grabs. In fact, my daughter, who is biracial, when Roe v. Wade was overturned, came to me in tears asking, are they going to make me illegal next? Because the right to privacy gave me the right to marry her father, to love who I loved, and to have beautiful children.
And I think that's what makes it harder for us, not only as women, not only as attorneys, but also as mothers. I have a daughter, and I was pregnant with her when Roe versus Wade was overturned. And we live in a world today where she has a 25% chance of being sexually assaulted, because we still live in a world where 1 in 4 women will be sexually assaulted in their lifetime. Those are just facts. Those are just statistics. And what keeps me up at night is if she is put into a situation where she needs to access that healthcare, am I going to be able to provide it for her?
And as lawyers, especially as lawyers who represent women who have been sexually assaulted, we grapple with these issues every day, and we fight against the chipping away of women's legal rights. But really, as lawyers, as mothers, as women, the thing that we can most do right now is vote. And I think that women need to vote like their life depends on it, like they're coming for you, because they are.